everyone, this is Steve John. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to attract 100 first-time guests to your church in the next 100 days. You see, in addition to prayer and preaching the gospel, there are practical tools that we can use that can amplify the message of Jesus Christ that you're preaching every single week to your community, and that will attract the people that have been looking for a church just like yours. I know that one of the reasons that you chose to even become a pastor is because you love and care about people, and you wish to see the great commission that Jesus has commanded us to be fulfilled in your community and beyond. Recently, Fox News had put out an article talking about the decline of church attendance in the US. And I believe that the time is now where we can reverse that trend and allow your community to know what God is already doing in and through your church and why they belong to even attend your church. What you'll find with our church growth system is a more comprehensive and robust way that you can grab your community's attention and have that system repeat over and over throughout the entire year. We are getting a constant flow of first-time guests that are walking through the front doors of your church. While serving on staff at a church as a pastor, we were hitting a plateau of about 250 members for the longest time, and we knew that God had so much more in store for us. After many failed attempts at mailers and door hangers and billboards, we saw minor spikes of attendance, but really nothing sustainable. And then I discovered the power of Facebook ads and Google rankings, which allowed us to attract over 100 families within a few weeks. Not only that, but we continue to attract visitors, and we also found ways to really close the back door so that way no guest can slip through the cracks. We finally found a way to get in front of our community and show them what God is doing inside of our church. Since establishing these strategies, they've been able to repeat this process over and over again, so much so that they had built a brand new building 2 years ago and they've already outgrown it, and they're looking to break ground for their expansion. I've even used these online strategies to help launch an online conference for youth pastors, and it's been able to attract more than 25,000 leaders from around the world to our conference over the past 5 years. Maybe you're in a place where you're seeing either a plateau in attendance or even a decline, but can I encourage you that you are not alone? You see, many of the ministries or churches that we work with don't effectively know how to use Facebook ads, or maybe their current online strategy is not producing the fruit that they wish to see. A common mistake that I see a lot of churches make is that they try to run Facebook ads for a while and then they get frustrated with the results and they completely abandon that method altogether. But that's just like me trying to build a table just because I have wood and a hammer. I'm not really skilled in building a table like that. But if I hired a carpenter with that same wood and the same tools, they can build a much better and sturdier table that can last a lot longer than what I could do with my own hands. So you see, you have the tools inside of your hands, but maybe you don't know how to properly use the tools that are given online. And that's where we come into place, where we use our expertise to come and craft a custom model for your church, specifically in your city, so that way you are able to attract your community to come to your church. So how does our church growth system work? Well, it's really broken down what I call the 4A model. Number one is we come and analyze what's going on in your systems already. We figure out where your strengths and your weaknesses are. We figure out where some of the gaps that need to be filled. And we also see if maybe you are a good fit for our system. We get it. We may not be the best fit for every church, but at least after every strategy call, you're able to walk away with some actionable steps that you and your team can even implement. Number two, if we decide that you're a good fit for our program, we will architect a custom plan for your church. What does that look like? We will run Facebook ads for you and make sure that they are optimized to get the most amount of reach and the best bang for your buck. Not only that, we also coach your team to give those first-time guests a wonderful first-class experience. Because it's one thing to have guests plan their visit, but it's another thing to have guests come in with an unpleasant experience at your church and never come back again. Number three, we will automate the whole thing so that if someone plans their visit, they automatically get a text or an email from your church saying that you are so excited to welcome them this upcoming Sunday. Not only that, we will even provide follow-up strategies so that you can make sure that as soon as the guests leave your experience on a Sunday, they are wanting to come back week after week after week and get plugged into the life of your church. Once we get everything automated and all the systems are working at full capacity, then it's time to amplify and take your reach to the masses. I want you to imagine this. All the empty chairs that you see every Sunday being filled with people who encountered the love of Jesus. Imagine a family that's kind of struggling and going through a hard time, but on their newsfeed, they come across an ad from you and your spouse asking if there's anything that you can pray about for those that are seeing this ad. And maybe they respond to the ad, and in return, you send either an audio or a video recording of you praying for them. Then that sparks a curiosity for them to say, hey, we should really go visit that church and see what they're all about. Or maybe there's a couple that's on the brink of divorce and an ad comes across their newsfeed featuring a message clipping from your service talking about how to build a godly marriage. And maybe that sparks curiosity for them to visit your church, and ultimately they see a healing power of Jesus Christ in and through their marriage and through their family. And then they start building relationships with other couples in your church and start having a community and doing life together in the body of Christ. You see, the possibilities are endless. And I know that the first step is taking a step of faith and going out into the digital age. It may seem scary, but we will be there to guide you through every step of the way so that way you are not alone in this at all. There are people in your community that are searching for a church just like yours. And our church growth strategies and systems will help your community have a sneak peek into what God is already doing in and through your church. Now, if this is something that you're looking for, I want to encourage you to click the button or the link down below. So simply when you click on the link, what's going to take you to is a schedule strategy where we can schedule a strategy call with either myself or one of the people on our teams. And once you find a date that's fitting your schedule, you can click a time, fill out your name, email, links to your website and social media account, your weekly attendance, how many first-time guests you attract on a monthly basis, if you have a paid staff member dedicated to web or social media, and also if someone from your executive pastoral team is able to attend the call as well. We also have a space for any other information that you wish for us to know about the church. We are so excited to customize our system for you, and we know that the best is yet to come. That is the first step in building a church growth system that is predictable and reliable to attract people in your community to start coming to your church. So if that's something that you want, click the link below, and we look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks. Bye.